Using the wrong shoes on the wrong terrain can lead to discomfort, and not just because of the grip. Take these two shoes, the Hoka Challenger 8 built for trail running and the Hoka Clifton 10 built for road running. They might look similar overall, but underneath and in the midsole they're completely different alongside the fit on top and the type of material on top. So in this video I'll break down the 5 key differences between a road shoe and a trail shoe using these Hoka shoes as an example. So let's start with the most obvious, the outsole. The Clifton 10 has smooth, flat rubber pods for efficiency on the road. It's built for smooth transitions and grip on tarmac. The Challenger 8, on the other hand, has deeper, multi-directional lugs that dig into dirt, gravel and mud. The rubber is also tackier to grip on wet rocks and loose terrain, but that grip comes at a cost. The lugs can feel unstable and wear down quickly when you run on them on tarmac, and those differences tie in directly to what you'll feel in the midsole when you run on them on different terrain. So the Clifton 10 uses a softer EVA cushioning that allows you to sink into it before it pushes you back out again, so it's much more responsive underfoot, while the Challenger 8 uses a much firmer blend of the same type of midsole. This firmer cushioning helps to provide extra elements of stability, making the shoe feel like it's got more contact with the ground, making it more stable overall, and therefore making it feel more controlled on the trails as opposed to the bounciness that you see in the Clifton 10. So they're the same type of midsole, but they feel completely different, and that's not where it stops. So while they look similar, the geometry of them is different as well. So in the Clifton 10 you've got a more aggressive forefoot rocker and a more aggressive heel bevel, and that makes sure you transition quickly from the back to the front of the shoe when you're running on roads. However, we've got more midsole contact with the ground on the Challenger 8, therefore making it a little bit more stable underfoot. It's got large sidewalls on the inside and the outside of the heel. They come up, wrap around your foot to try and keep your foot stable and centered in the shoe as you run. Whereas the Clifton 10 doesn't have such significant sidewalls on the shoe, and it doesn't have as much sole flare on the base of the shoe, so it doesn't add as much support. So the aggressive geometry helps with transitions on the road, but it can make it a little bit more unstable on the trails. So when we think about the upper on these shoes, the Clifton 10's upper is lightweight, soft and breathable. It's made for comfort and airflow for long runs. The Challenger 8, its upper is tougher with reinforced overlays and a structured toe bumper for protection. It's also got more padding and thicker mesh to stop debris getting in. It's slightly heavier, but that's a trade-off for protection and durability. And then in between the midsole and the upper, in a lot of trail shoes, we've got a rock plate in the forefoot. It's not seen in the Challenger 8, but this rock plate runs through the midsole to give extra protection to your underside of your foot, so if you stand on a sharp rock or on uneven surfaces, it protects the ball of your foot. Other brands put carbon plate running through the shoe to add extra elements of stability, whereas we associate a carbon plate in a road running shoe to try and add more spring and more responsiveness to the shoe, whereas we don't know the effect of that on the undulating surfaces of the trail, and it has a better effect at just adding stability to the shoe. So we often see a rock plate in the shoe that we don't see in a road shoe either, and that often makes the toe box a lot stiffer, a lot harder to bend than what we see in the road shoe, which is often a bit more flexible to facilitate that spring motion during the gait cycle. So there we have 5 key differences. But if you have any questions, please drop them in the comment section below. I hope you found the video helpful, and like and share and subscribe, and makes a massive difference to the channel.